Hi everyone, it's Michiodai, and today, okay, wait, I need to make some adjustments. I didn't know there was this Windows function where you could just, I don't know, when I bring a window all the way to the edge of the screen, it would just do this weird multiverse shit, and it's like you click a window and it just fits everything to that one screen. I'm like, I don't know, I can't describe it very well, but it just happened right before streaming. That was very weird. Um. Yeah, another art stream, another fan art stream even. This thing is I'm taking longer with this, and like it's I'm having less time that I can give to it anymore. I'm feeling really scared. Uh and it's just the start of May also. Um so yeah, this is just the same. It's Monaco 55's OC. This isn't my character, this is their character, this is a fan art of them. This is a fan of their character. Yeah, so I've done some stuff since the previous time. I drew some leaves, a bunch of leaves. This is a very big spinach. I don't know what those are. Those are inedible. Don't eat them. There are some holes in them though. Maybe some caterpillars got them. Yum 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 yum. And we're gonna draw more leaves and hopefully flowers. I'm not sure. And actually, I don't think you guys have seen the parfait. Have you guys? I can't remember. I can't remember if you guys have, like, the last time I drew this was like the parfait. But yeah, this is the parfait. I think it looks pretty alright. It's really packed. It's a pretty big parfait. But in the end I might still edit it because right now I think what's going on is that it's pretty concentrated. It's pretty like there's a lot of details here. So basically your eyes, I feel like your eyes are most likely drawn towards this, especially if this is going to be one of the most colorful things on the screen as well. It's gonna be like really drawn in on this parfait. So I'm gonna have to reduce some of the details of it and like some of the contrast. Just make it a little bit more less defined. That's the word. Less defined. And so I would want to start off with the other side of the spinach tree. I was thinking of like whether I could just block in the, I mean I could do it now. It's literally just blocking in the sea and sky basically. Gosh. Somehow it feels really... Okay, I'm gonna have to like turn Cleone into a ghost for a bit. Sorry. Yeah, Mince is packing stuff. Oh. Yeah, she's packing stuff for the con later this weekend. Dojima. See y'all there. Or be square. So yeah, she to give her a shout out, Mince is an established creator. as said on hey shut the fuck up. Noisy ass bitches outside deserve to... Okay, no, sorry, I was gonna go toxic. Yeah, so it's really funny because unbeknownst to us, Min's got featured in an article, like a local article thing, not a newspaper, but like an online website, and they have her categorized as an established creator, which was like, huh? And even I'm like, well, kinda, but also, not really in the sense where like like Minz has done a lot, and she's a real, like, I think veteran is a really good word to describe and categorize Minz, but established is, yeah, like what, like, yeah, like what Min said just now is like, what is she established, right? Like when you talk about established artists, I feel like it would be Friends, for example, like those extremely big name artists like Picasso, Lam, like those established artists, like, so congrats on the establishment, I guess. No, you're not an idiot. No, you didn't establish that. No. But yeah, please visit my wife's booth and give her support. Give her support. She has very cool things lined up. Her catalog. Wait, you have your catalog? Can I link your catalog? No, but like, is that the full catalog? This is the full one? Oh, shucks. Let me find Mint's catalog. The Mint's catalog. Oh no. Oh right, there's two. Oh, I retweeted it before, right? It's just I need to link it. Yeah. Yeah. Min's Dojima 2024 catalog. And bam. And I'll pin that message. Something went wrong. Please try again. Pin that message. Can I not pin messages if I'm not the mod, even though I am literally the creator of the map? Yeah, I should be able to, but they say no. And I'm like, why? Did I set it such that I can't pin stuff? No way. Well, well, you guys see it there. I don't know if people come in and like they're not gonna see it. It's just I can't they unless OBS is just like, oh, unable to. Let me try from Twitch. Let me try. Can I see the chat from Twitch? I did mute myself. Give me a second. Pin that shit, bitch. Pin it. There you go. Stupid. Alright. Thanks a lot, Twitch. Alright. That's more OBS being like a kind of a little bitch. OBS loves to be a bitch sometimes. I was having some trouble a little bit just now. Somehow my bitrate is amazing today. I don't know why. What did I do wrong? Or what did I do wrong the other times? Okay. Yeah. Please check out our catalog. She's got a lot of stuff lined up, a lot of Dungeon Meshi goods. And you know, Dungeon Meshi is real fresh. It's hip into the kids. You're a kid, you're young. You're young, right? If you want to feel young, you can buy Dungeon Meshi stuff. Yeah. Gone are the days of Jujutsu Kaisen. That thing has been banished. Oh my god. Good riddance. Oh boy. I'm sorry, I have like no opinions of Jujutsu Kaisen. I neither have like no negative or like positive. I've never watched that show. it's just one of those animes where it's like very fun to say the name like Juju. I just call them like, hey, is that the Juju? And like people like I mean at least Minz knows what it is. It's just like knows what I'm talking about. I'm just like, hey, is that the Juju? And she's like, no, it's not Juju, it's Juju. It's like a Mojo Jojo, right? Mojo Jojo. I'm sorry if you came into my stream and I start dissing your favorite anime, Juju Sukasen. I'll say that wrong every single time. Wait, I suddenly forgot, right? So Mob's name is Kageyama, right? Yeah, this is surname Shigeo Kageyama. So like all the times that I've been saying like Kageyama, it's like it's actually yeah, it's a name that exists in the anime now. Kageyama. It's Kageyama. Oh yeah, you're right. No, what was the name? Oh, Kurosawa. Yeah. Kurosawa to me is just like an AGS name, even though I know it's that very famous Japanese director that like everyone loves and like tries to mimic and stuff. Cause film. I'm saying it in the French way, film. With an E. And not just an E, even an apostrophe. That's how you know it's French. Man, I really am dissing everyone today, huh? That scar is looking kind of dank. I'm an artist. I like to think I can draw the sky, even though I don't know how to. It's a gradient. Beach. Yeah, nothing much to draw of the beach, just that. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I could add gradients and stuff, but like at least there's some color in right now. Oh no, her skin blends in. I mean, I'm gonna shade her, so it's gonna be fine. Oh, all right. It feels a little strange coming back to CSP because I'm working like the place I'm working at right now, the new place that I'm working at. They actually got a CSP license for me, but I think I need to ask them about it again. I managed to get, well, every company, like almost every company that hires an artist, like gives them the Adobe package and stuff. So, just more expensive and Adobe honestly actually sucks. I'm not gonna shill for them. Adobe's like stuff. Like to give you an example of like how much Adobe sucks. I was gonna, because I needed to edit like a PDF, right? And apparently I need Adobe Acrobat to edit it and like add signatures and whatnot. So like the issue I had with it was that sorry. There's a lot of noise. It's like the Roblox are going on but back there. Yeah, there's nothing you can do, don't worry about it. I'm just distracted. My thoughts are not doing. Basically I tried to now okay, this is just Acrobat Reader, right? It's not even Photoshop, it's not even Illustrator or After Effects, it's not even any kind of things. And it's like, oh, do you wanna like to use this? Like you have to like I thought like okay, you can use it for free, right? They didn't say like they say oh you can use it for free. And by for free they mean like download it and you can use the trial for 1 month. And to use the trial for 1 month, you need to link your wallet and your life savings, your money and everything. Like, let us know how to access your bank and stuff. Even though you're not gonna pay and you're just using the trial, but they're like, just in case, they say just in case, but it's literally there for like people who like forgotten to like unsubscribe. Sorry, my throat. It's just for the people who forgotten to unsubscribe and they end up getting charged the extra even though they've stopped using the product. It's literally just that. It's just scummy tactics. And they will remind, I don't know if they remind you when the date comes closer. It's just that after after I used it, I was like, okay, I went to sign in and like cancel my subscription immediately. Not gonna take any chances that I forget. There's no heckin' way I'm gonna do that. Yeah, and I think before that, I was looking at like, okay, they were like, okay, so these are prices, that kind of thing. If you want to buy Adobe Acrobat, and it's like, okay, I can't remember if this is just Adobe Acrobat. I feel like it was just Adobe Acrobat or the entire like creative suite or something. Actually no, yeah, it's not okay, no, I'm wrong. It's not just Adobe Acrobat. You have to, the things that you can't get one software, you have to get the whole package. It's basically the whole Netflix subscription shit. Even though you don't want to watch some shows, you're gonna have to pay for like the entire thing. So even though you're not gonna use Photoshop, for example, you're gonna have to pay them like 36 USD per month, and you're like, oh yeah, this is our cheaper deal. And what do you mean your cheaper deal? I'm like, yeah, this is cheaper if you basically pay up front for the entire month, like an entire month subscription. And then that price that they showed is literally like each month how much you would have paid. And if you didn't buy the yearly package, they would charge you something like $40 or something like I think close to 50 USD per month for that. And I'm like, what the hell, man? This is bullshit. Like, remember back in the day being like, it doesn't feel very long ago that when like Adobe used to be a one-time package thing, and you could buy a package for like 100, maybe less than that even. And you could buy the individual programs themselves. But now they want you to buy everything. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. They want you to buy everything, and it just costs so much. So yeah, I think when I was actually when the HR of my company was like, oh yeah, we can get you a CSP. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, I can use it. And like my producer was like, oh CSP, did you prefer like Photoshop? I was like, no, I'm actually more used to CSP and stuff. And like, oh, okay. And I'm just thinking like, it's probably cause like Photoshop is considered the industry standard, but I feel like maybe it was the industry standard. Like, I mean, it still is. It still is in certain aspects, but like there's some things that Photoshop can do that CSP can't. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot more things that Photoshop can't do that CSP can. And that CSP is way more accessible. And it's way cheaper, so there's a lot of well, CSP does have their new subscription model. I bought CSP before the subscription model, like way back, so I don't have that. But if I wish to upgrade, then I think I do have to do that. Yeah, so that's one of the iffy things. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know how bad. How what? Right, it's not that expensive according to Mins, and like I doubt it's as expensive and as cannibalistic or like vampiristic, if you will, vampiristic as like whatever Adobe has, you know. Yeah, and I don't know if it's also just the industry standard, because now they're like, Adobe likes to flaunt their AI capabilities and stuff with it, which can be powerful. Actually, to segue from that, right? I'm not gonna say what my company is, but like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but they did ask me if I wanted to use the AI or not, and I told them I kind of wanted, I mean, not I kind of wanted, I wanted a job. So I said I am open to hearing how it's being used and stuff, because the thing is that like they're not pushing me to use it. Like they're not forcing it like me to like, oh yeah, you have to use the AI thing. We've got the license and all the thing. It's like no, they said if it works for me, then I can. Like they have it. And what's more is that they hired me, and not for a small amount of pay as well. So it's not like they use the AI thing to replace me, like replace an artist position, you know. So I think like it's still fairly questionable, but it's that gray area that where I'm at right now. And I haven't really I haven't used it. I don't know if I will use it. I hope I won't have to. My worry, right, in like, I think this is just what I think right now, is that I think people, at least maybe in the industry who's higher up, and like maybe business people, I don't know, but like maybe they've like wisened up a little bit and said like, okay, no, we can't, like AI is nowhere strong enough to replace artists outright. There is no chance. And like, good on them for wisening up to that. But what is kind of scary right now is them thinking that AI is going to be the, like, I'm worried if AI becomes the mandatory thing that companies think artists will need in order for them to do work fast. Because for companies and businesses, like, time equals money. Like it's a saying that everyone says, but like it's truth. It's true. Like when you calculate how long a project can take, and like calculate everyone's salary, it really accumulates. It's a lot of money. That's why movies, all that, as much as like parents and like old people can say like, oh yeah, it's a cartoon or something like that. There's like literally $1 billion went into these projects or something like that, like Star Wars, or like with all the effects and all that, you know, like yeah, like yeah. Time is money. And so, and because time, like money is a lot more scarce nowadays, like more scarce nowadays. In their equation, it's not that they like the equation that they have is basically such that if they can reduce the time, that would reduce the cost. And yes, it makes sense. What I'm worried about is actually, you know what? No. I know I was drawing this, but like I'm gonna scrap it, or I'm gonna cut this out. No, yeah, let's cut it out. I think I'll focus more on the and especially because like this tree is like one of the furthest things away. I think I'm just gonna kind of just. I'm running out of time, bro. I'm running out of time to draw this. I'm not gonna render this tree like very well. Anyway, it's very far away, so I'm not gonna bother so much about it. Yeah, the equation that they have is that if they can reduce the amount of time, it will reduce the amount of expenditure and stuff. So basically, their idea is not really to bring in more profits per se, but more to cut down on the cost of things. Of course, like you can increase the sales by being able to produce work faster, but I think what may be lacking in some of their mindsets is the quality of certain thing, of like the product, you know. If a product doesn't have quality, then it's gonna fall short and people aren't gonna like it. And of course, there are examples out there where quality is not exactly needed for a product to be considered good and like have the amount of sales that it did. And I hate it. I know it's a whole sob story for the producer, or like not the producer, the game maker for it, but it's one of the reasons why I actually hate Flappy Bird. I hate Flappy Bird a lot because I'm not hating on the creator. Okay, I admit I did hate on the creator because they literally they stole assets basically. It literally is just stolen like designs and whatnot. Like you can't tell me that's not a Mario pipe, that kind of thing. And but you know, derivative works. It can count as it kind of counts. I think it does count as a derivative work because like it's not like it plays like Mario. The pipes are just there, you know. It's not like the character is like from Mario. What? Is Flappy Bird modeled after Chip Chip? I'm not sure. It feels like a monster that would be like an enemy type that would be in Mario, if anything. But besides the pipe, I wouldn't say there's really any similarity with Mario, so I would consider it's safe enough that it's in the derivative work. Does that mean I like it? Like, I hate it less? Like, no. I hate it more, like, and for whatever it stands for, you know. Basically, I think Flappy Bird changed the industry forever. It changed the industry forever. And I dislike the mobile game industry so much because of it, like what has changed and all that. I think after Flappy Bird, it basically gave people the idea that like, oh, I don't have to create something original. I can just create something that's I mean, admittedly, it's good that they have this. Just create something that's fun. We don't have to create something that's original. The execution just has to be good enough, and it can become. They're aiming for everyone. Everyone, their mom was aiming for a viral sensation back then, and it's still going on now. And that's why the mobile game. I hate the mobile game market because it is full of people who like full of games that are just it's just kind of nothing. It's a lot of cash cows and stuff, and it's like they're filled with games that's like copycats of one another. They don't provide anything good. They're not fun. They're there to as basically giant billboard signs for you to like they're basically earning through advertisements, and they're earning enough, I guess, I suppose, from that. And yeah, so it's basically it's filled the mobile game industry with a lot of trash. Like the store was really full of trash back then, and it's a little less now, maybe because like a lot of it was already used up. That's not gonna stop developers though. Developers are still gonna use the same things, same methods and all that. They're still gunning for that same viral. We want a viral hit, and so it's like it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's good in the sense where game developers can kind of focus on less on the aesthetic appeal of a game and rather on making the game fun, and like that's actually it's good in a sense where, you know, it reduces the time that they have to work on, and like, you know, if they feel gated by like, oh, my game's not gonna do good because like it looks like shit, like it looks super simple, but like if it's executed well enough, then you know, it's a good thing that like it's a good thing for those developers that like people will play their games regardless of like if they look like aesthetically pleasing or not. So that's great. What's not great is just the standard for like the design of and like art in mobile games is kind of low. I mean, okay, it can be low. There's definitely really good examples out there. Like even Temple Run is considered like, I would consider it as like, you know, there was a design there. There was a design choice there. The way they did that, and like what Candy Crush was like, you know, there's thought put into that. So there are games like that. And bear in mind, I'm not talking about any gacha games or anything. This is like, I don't know when gacha games really started. I can only cite the oldest example that I know, which is like Grand Blue Fantasy. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I'm not talking about gacha games. Gacha games do actually they have to bank in on the art. So gacha games are good in that sense, where it actually benefits the art sector of the games industry, you know. It actually creates jobs for them. Okay. But yeah, what was I going on about? Oh yeah, okay. I was going on about business people in the industry, kind of taking AI for granted. Because the way that I feel maybe not all business people, but those that don't bother to really like read up or like understand the artist's point of view, they are likely to think that oh, because AI can generate basically a whole illustration or like a whole picture and stuff, it must make the artist's job really easy. All we have to do is hire an artist to like cover it up, make sure it doesn't look like AI art or something, so that the mob won't kill us with like torches and pitchforks, that sort of thing. It's kind of like a very sneaky, shadowy shadow organization like thinking. But yeah, I think that's kind of it's unbased. They don't understand from like the artist's point of view how the process actually works. I feel that how personally for me, how like when I try to imagine using putting AI into my workflow, like generative AI into my workflow, I think it might end up hampering my workflow a lot more than if I work without it. And that will result in me using up more time, and then I'll use up more money, and then thus maybe the business people will be mad or something. They're like, oh, why didn't you use the AI? It can make it faster for you. But my reasoning for it is that I feel that okay, so like what I do is basically like concept work, you know. I come up with ideas, I come up with designs and stuff. And I think I can't work with AI to get what I want, because what AI does in terms of like the difference between how a artist concepts and stuff versus an AI is that what the AI does is that they will pick similar images from a pool that came from that basically came from like these prompts that, like, you know, these keywords that they are given. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So what they do is that they pick a random bunch of visuals and they'll try to piece it together as best as they can to form an image, and that's how AI works. Sorry, I'm so sorry for that. I actually might reduce all this. I might just come out of this shape and stuff. Yeah, that looks better. I think I can just paint in more of the details later. Yeah, okay, so I was basically explaining like how AI would do concept art. And the thing is that if I were to use it in my workflow, I would say I generate image and I have to work off from the image. It's not gonna give me what I want. The bottom line is that the AI is not gonna give me what I want. And that's not me gating it. Basically, the way I see it is that how do I word this? Sorry, I feel like I'm suddenly like falling sick or something. I'm having like sniffles and my throat's giving out and all that, and it's just the beginning. Oh, I'm so sorry. How what? I don't know, like it's kind of stuck. Like there's nothing to blow out except like my whole lungs or something. I don't know, it's like if it's the invisible nothing that's just sinusing. Huh? Right. Oh my god. Hey Kay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of like talking about something. So, okay, say I want to draw an illustration, right? And and the business people are like, okay, use a generative AI to come up with an image and you can work from there. And I try it out. I'm not saying I've done it already. I have not. I do not. So this is my like, this is just me kind of speculating in a way and imagining how it would work for me. So the business person say, okay, generate a AI image and work from it, and I will try. And I would feel that will hamper my workflow because what ends up happening is that I will have to try to generate like 50 samples or something because I'm not getting the correct feeling of what I want from this piece that the AI has generated. And what the AI has generated does not, because the AI, right, it creates an image. It does not think whether the image is good. It knows whether the image is good based on whether you tell it yes or no. It's binary, and they'll try to like do it again and again and again and again. And that's how they think artists work, but that's not how it is, honestly. So I will try to generate again and again and again, and it won't come out with the same feeling that like I want, like what I want. Like say like, cause like a business person can say like, oh, I want an illustration, go draw for me, but they actually do have, they know what, they don't know what exactly they want, but they know, they have a feeling, and they like, it's same as everyone. You don't have to be an artist to kind of know when a painting is like doesn't fit your taste or that kind of thing. You don't have to be an artist to know whether something is like, a piece is good or bad according to your taste and such. Everyone has their own opinions and all that kind of thing. That's why everyone can be an artist. You just do learn and pick it up. So, but generative AI does not learn. It basically just has to pick from, it just has to randomize harder. That's it. It just has to randomize harder, and like it will try to, like, if you say like, okay, yeah, I like this, it will try to like latch onto that. It's like, okay, I don't know what he means by like it's good, but I will try to ride on that and try to do the same thing and see if it works. It's just like a maths equation for them. And so that's gonna waste a bunch of time. And rather than that, like, I will end up shifting a bunch of things if it's an illustration, because the AI has no idea what is a golden rule. And the AI has no idea what a composition is. Its only idea is what exists currently, and they don't know what are the fundamentals and what are the thoughts that went into a piece that already exists, because it doesn't think for itself. You have to say yes or no, and even then, a lot of people like who use generative AI don't know they don't know how a piece of art is created. They literally just think it's AI, and that's why they think this is the new hot thing. So The difference is how I would illustrate a composition. This, for example. What I would do is that I'll determine, okay, what do I want to feature in the illustration like this? What do I want to be in focus? What is the feeling that I want to give off with this? So I was thinking when I come up with this illustration, I was sketching it out. I wanted something casual. I wanted something that looked fun. Not hyper fun, not something dynamic, just a very casual pose. And I thought, okay, of the character enjoying herself. Okay. So I thought of the beach. So beach, then I'll think of chair. What's she doing? I thought, okay, she can be eating a parfait and stuff and be surrounded by a bunch of flowers and tropical plants and stuff. And it will just give off this very nice, like, colorful vibe and stuff. And yeah, the characters, like, they can break. It's relaxing. And then here, basically, I have the golden rule ratio. At least the rule of thirds, in a sense where, like, you can see literally, like, if you imagine a line, you cut this canvas horizontally in three, like, into thirds. The character, even vertically, the character is in the center box. Imagine 9 squares. She's in the center box. She's taking up the center. She takes up about, not that much actually, 50% of the screen. But I mean, that's also because I'm working with like a canvas. It's kind of like an odd shape. And like right on like the third line, you can, like, her face is there, her eyes are there to catch your attention. And the rule of thirds actually, like, it works. It's used as a helping guide. You don't have to follow it. But the thing is that the AI does not know what the... I feel like they could program it in. They could program the AI to know about the rule of thirds, the golden ratio, but I don't know if they would know why. Why do humans do that? And it's because, like, to us, it's appealing. It's the center of like, it basically like organizes things neatly in terms of like where the focus is and stuff. And also with the illustration, I would basically have it such that, like, you know, even this pose, even right down to the pose, the AI would make a sitting pose, but they'll grab the sitting pose from somewhere else. They don't know why it does that. For Cleone, why I wanted this pose, I had her legs crossed this way rather than straight down because it feels more relaxed. It feels more natural. The angle of the legs actually is like, there's no, you don't feel like the stress placed on the leg when it's like straight on the ground. You can try to put your feet like flat on the ground and your leg is at 90-degree angle. And I feel like that's what the AI would think of a sitting position, or they would just grab that sitting position from somewhere else. They don't know what's a relaxed sitting position, what constitutes and categorize a relaxed sitting position. And don't get me started on the fucking hands. Holy shit. The AI, like, you say, okay, using a spoon, the AI would be like, which hand would be using it? And you put it on Cleone's second hand, not second hand, not second hand, her right hand. And I basically did this gesture on my own. I just mimicked this gesture with my tablet pen. It's like, it's a lot more, she's not gripping the spoon, you know, it's more like balancing it in between 3 fingers very daintily and stuff. And then you have this other hand that's a little bit more, well, it could be more relaxed maybe, but it's also me being lazy sometimes and just drawing the fist hand. Then other things is like, you know, the skirt. Sometimes, you know, you want to have some fan service, so skirt length short, nice folds, almost there but not really there, fan service. Yeah, those things, for example. And then I put into thought, like, what is the perspective that I wanted to show? What furniture do I want to have? Something that's not very conspicuous, something that's wooden and planked and looks a bit looks like an outdoor furniture. And then the perspectives like align each other and stuff. There's the horizon line. The arrangement of tropical plants and stuff. It's like, oh, I want to include this plant, I want to include this plant, I want to include this plant with the whatever flower, this hanging red flower that I'll eventually draw. Now I have a coconut tree at the back there. Some other plants that I don't know the name of. I want some other flowers here and stuff. Like, you know, it's kind of that, is that thought, you know, that thought process that we actually go through when designing an illustration like that. And I don't, like, the AI does not go through that. So what they come up with is something that I feel like bet, right? Like bet. But I feel like 100% of people who use generative AI don't get the result that they want. The results they get is something that they think is good enough because it's rendered well enough or looks realistic, but it's not something that they want. Like, I don't know who would want the AI generated Jesus carved out of a stump right by the sea with a guy trying to chase after a log of Jesus or something like that, and amen to that, I guess. They don't. They put in a bunch of trending prompt messages, and what comes out, it looks like, okay, this fits the prompt. This is okay. Yeah, all right. I'm 100% sure that is what happens. That they are literally coping because they don't want to pay artists. And at the same time, this is another thing that I'm gonna go into, which is that, like, sometimes I do feel that oh no. Oh no!
I'll go inside the room.
You can't go inside the bedroom and turn on aircon. Yeah. Major's cutting her established triple track cards. I'm not established. Hey. This bitch trying to lick my sweaty ass. Love you. You think she heard that? Hey. She pointed a middle finger at me. Oh. So what I wanted to get at next was that I feel that, like, I had this thought that, like, you know what, maybe AI is good in a sense where it takes care of jobs and, like, requests that some people don't want to draw, or some people will just never draw. Like, I don't think you'd pay, like, what, Lam Sensei to draw Jesus, like, on a barbecue spit, that kind of thing. Like no way. Like, there's no heckin' way you're gonna get artists to draw that. There's a lot of things that generative AI has done, like with these pieces, that there is 100% or like 99%. Yeah, if you're confused, we're basically watching like this video by D'Angelo Wallace, I think, was it? Wait, no, I might have gotten that name wrong. like we were watching this video of this YouTuber going through like this bunch of AI images on Facebook and like how boomers have been falling for them and stuff. They thought they're real, and so they would it was basically like, oh, this series of like AI generated images of like people carving Jesus out of like plastic bottles or like stumps of woods and like very different variations and stuff is very weird, and people would think they're real, and then they would just comment on the post, amen, and that's it. Just amen. They didn't even say nice art, they just said amen. I'm like, what what the hell, what was going on? So it's really weird, and I don't think any artist will ever draw that. So in a sense, I was like, okay, at least AI artists are good in a sense where like it's kind of weeding out the stuff that people wouldn't want to ever draw. Yeah, I there was a negative. I had a negative thought about that, but I mean, at least for the negative thought that came out from that YouTuber's video was that social media like such as Facebook, if people are still using it, it's more of the older generation they're using it, honestly, but you could find this on Instagram as well, I'm pretty damn sure. They're being flooded with a lot of generative AI images, and it's getting to the point where even on Twitter, like us artists are constantly being on the lookout on like whether an art is AI generated or not. And it's kind of like a needless information overload that we don't need. Like, some of that is just trash. Some of them is just I feel like I keep drawing a lot of details here. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, I feel like the more that generative AI is being used, and the more it's being used so liberally, it will come to the point where it will eventually become too good to see with the naked eye whether it is AI or not. And whenever it comes to that point, then it's gonna be even scarier. There was some other points to this. I'm sorry, I didn't really write them down. This is just kind of like some passing thoughts that I had. But yeah, I guess to go back to the point that I had before, it seems that companies are wising up that they can't fully replace artists, but they are hiring artists and maybe urging them or like suggesting that they can use generative AI in their workflow. And personally, to me, I think it would be more of a hindrance than anything. Yep. Generative AI is not going to be able to concept stuff that actually has put thought in, has thought put into it, and like how it's supposed to work and translate in game and like whatnot. So I don't think it's going to be useful for me. And I hope that the business people don't, like, I just don't want that kind of needless stress on artists where they want the financial report to look good basically by cutting costs. And it's not out of line to say, because mass firing people is how business people cut costs on their financial report. It basically says, okay, for this next fiscal year, we would our costs have reduced significantly because we have released. We don't have to pay this many workers. We don't have to pay like another million workers, that kind of thing. And what ends up happening is that if a company is really stupid and they were just following it for trends, then they will end up without a workforce to produce any product whatsoever. Yep. I think one of the telling things was one of these horror stories that was going around Twitter, where this ex-Riot employee, they got fired from Riot, and then basically what happened was that they were offered a job. What they did at Riot was they drew outfits and skins for the characters. They were concept artists, and they got fired. And basically what happened is that they got outsourced by a company, like an outsourced company got like offered them a job, and the job is basically the same thing. It's to do outfits and stuff for Riot characters. So yeah, so that's really not a good look on Riot, you know. You basically fired someone so you could hire a cheaper alternative, which is a outsourcing company, which yeah. So basically, if that artist actually joined the outsourcing company, they would be paid less than if they were working at Riot, and they would be doing the same job. They would be delivering the same thing, the same quality and stuff, the same expected quality and all that, for less. So yep, that was awkward. So yeah, I'm on my second day of work at my new workplace. Yeah, you heard about that? Yeah, I was bananas. So it was so. I was like, the thing is that that post wasn't even directed at Riot, but it was just a. It was like one of those like what the fuck like what artist experience, what art experience as an artist was like very like what the fuck to you, that kind of thing. And like that person shared it, I was just like, yeah, what the fuck, that takes a cake, bro. Yeah, so it was my second day at my new job, and I'm really thankful for having this job. I think I have a lot of anxiety. Even after getting a job, I have a lot of anxiety on whether I can deliver or not. Basically, the time frame for the job. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. It feels like there's time, but at the same time, because I'm joining in midway, and they're working on it at the same time. They're producing stuff already. Admittedly, I was really anxious, and I might have overpromised on some things and said like, oh yeah, I can come out with this. And so today was my second day at work, and I didn't manage to come out with it, but I think my colleagues were like okay with it. Like my colleagues were probably okay with it. I don't know. Because my second day of work is working from home, so it's a little bit difficult when I'm in a call with them and I don't see their faces, so I have no idea how their reactions was like. I was literally yapping a lot during the meeting, and I swear I was not bullshitting, but it really sounded like I was bullshitting. It definitely sounded like I was bullshitting, but I was literally going through like talking about my process and like what my thoughts were when I was saying these kind of things. And I don't have a lot to show at the end of the day because a lot of times I was just working. I was still concepting stuff. I was still working out like colors and how things work in the game, how things work, how this concept work in the game and stuff, and how it will translate. So I was worrying about a bunch of that, like all those things. And so at the end of the day, I didn't really have too much to show. Even then, of course, I will try to make up for it. But yeah, that has got me really anxious. Yeah. I haven't worked in an office in a really long time, so it's kind of scary. It was kind of scary to me in a sense. And like, I don't know why. I don't know why I was so anxious. It's like, it's not like I'm bad at interacting with people, but it's interacting with people who are my colleagues. It's kind of different than like if I were meeting other people and like outside, like at a con, that kind of thing. If I was meeting new people at a convention or like meeting them at lunch or something like that, it's alright. Like, it's fairly okay, I think, but because it's the colleagues, and like I do have friends there as well, but it's kind of a different feeling. Like, I would feel like, should I talk? Like, how much should I talk? How much should I say? Basically, like, I don't really want to keep them from doing their work, is one thing, and I have to work as well, and I'm afraid, especially with the position that I'm in, I'm kind of afraid of like asking certain questions and stuff, like I know I'm new, but at the same time I'm thinking like, how much I don't know how much is expected of me to like literally like, should I go into this head first and like just rush into this, or like how much should I get used to at first? And yeah, it's kind of difficult. They did task me with some responsibilities that I'm not sure, like, I'm new here. I know the position I opted in for was kind of senior, but I literally just came in today. I don't know like how much I can actually comment or review and stuff. So, and especially because like I don't know the team 100% yet. I don't know their strengths and all that. I don't know what to really say. Yeah, like, I think it's difficult because the previous place where I worked, I was literally told to do things, and then I just did things. That's it. I didn't really have much thought put into it. I was just given a problem and I provided the solution, and that's pretty much it. For this, I haven't done concepts in quite a long time. So I do have to exercise my brain to get back into that. So, and I need to pick up the speed as well. So yeah, it's been a little stressful in terms of like anxiety and like just anxious of like how, like, what's expected of me. Yeah, I made the mistake of like over-promising, I think. Not over-promising for the job, but more of like over-promising on like my initial tasks and stuff, I feel. Like, I don't want them to feel like regretful for choosing me and hiring me. I want to live up to the expectations, that's the thing. So, and it was a little difficult because I want to try, like, back then when I started out in like my previous company, I would OT a lot because at the start, because I was was trying to do, I was trying to manage like the expectations, and I was just like work non-stop because I was afraid that I did not meet the expectations. I would OT to basically fulfill the tasks and stuff, even though there's still time for them. And it's just cause I personally feel like, oh, the stuff that I drew wasn't that good and they need a lot of fixes. When I get the feedback, it felt like I really needed a lot of fixes and stuff. So yeah, I had that difficulty back then, so I was expecting to do it this time as well. But back then I was living by myself. Back then I didn't have any obligations. Right now I'm living with Minz, and you know, who knows whether, you know, if we have a family and stuff. I don't really want to like be the missing father, you know, in a sense. I don't really want to be missing from home just to OT for work the whole way. So I need a healthy work-life balance, and yeah, I just need to buck up, I guess. And like, yeah, I keep telling myself like, yeah, you need to work harder, and that's just stressing me out even more. I'm like, it feels like there's just like there's not enough time in the day to do my work. Like concept artwork is, for me at least, it's very, it doesn't come very natural. Well, okay, I mean, I have a lot of the ugly sides of concept art thing, in a sense where I need to experiment a lot. I need to experiment a lot on like how things will actually look, so I need to draw them out. So the best way to do is actually like literally doodle on a sketchbook. I'll doodle on a sketchbook my ideas and see how these shapes work. Like, is this good enough, that kind of thing, before actually like putting it into Photoshop. If I put it into Photoshop, when I put it into a software, like when I try to like generate something in the software, like draw it out in the software, I mean, I would feel inclined to make it have quality, make it look really good and passable and deliverable, as like almost as if it's a final product. And that is not what you want when you're doing concepts. Yeah, so I honestly work the best when I don't have, when I'm outside of the software, you know. When I'm doodling on my sketchbook, that's like kind of the best way I can get concepts out. And I was kind of afraid because I don't really want to be seen like, I don't really want to play it up as if like I'm a, you know, when they call me artist, they should call me artiste, that kind of thing. Like basically like being the only person in this office, everyone's using like computers and softwares and stuff, and like I'm here literally like drawing in a sketchbook traditionally and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to give them the impression that I'm you know, I don't want them to give the impression that like, oh yeah, I'm a hottie-toddy Da Vinci wannabe, that kind of thing. I don't want that. I just work better by sketching in a sketchbook. That's it. That's how it was for me when I was in my previous company. Yeah. So I have a lot of anxiety with this new work. I really need to get used to like working in an office again. And also I tried cooking tonight. I tried cooking dinner tonight. It worked out. I managed to cook dinner in time. It was very simple though. I just made miso soup with vegetables just thrown into it. And I also did steam some Vegetables? No. I steam the fish. I steam the fish. Steam the fish with tao chu. Tao chu. Tao chu? Tao chu. Tao chu? Tao chu. Like salted bean paste, basically. Yeah. So that was easier. I did end up like frying 2 eggs just to complete it. You know, add a little bit more protein there because it's not meat, it's just fish. Yeah. It's difficult for me to like the saving grace is that I work from home today, so I could kind of prepare sometimes, and like I just clocked off a little later at work because I spent like a few minutes trying to prepare some things beforehand. So while I was preparing that, I would try to clock in some more time and left work a little bit later than usual. And I just hope that made up for it. Yeah, but outside of work, as in, if I'm not working from home, I don't think I'm able to cook. I won't be able to cook in time. If I cook, then we're gonna get dinner at like, what, 9 o'clock or something like that. But sometimes depending on what I cook, it can take quite long. So there's gonna be a lack of extravagant dishes that I'm gonna take pictures of now. There's gonna be a lot of us buying back food. And I'm really worried about our diet in that case because food outside is not healthy. They don't have a lot of vegetables. Like if we order chicken rice outside, they give cucumbers. If you order the vegetables, they'll give you an extremely large pack and they'll price you like $3 for the entire pack, which is like maybe that's okay, especially if I'm sharing with Minz. Like that's okay, right? At least there's a vegetable option. But other times it's like, oh, if I want a vegetable option, it's not really there. Like if I want to order noodles and stuff, if I order bak chor mee or lor mee, they'll give one measly slice of lettuce, and lettuce is one of the least, like it has like no nutrients, bro. The lettuce is like, it's just water. It's just water and some chlorophyll. You don't get nothing. The most balanced that one can eat is basically cai fan. And so that's one option. You get sick of cai fan pretty fast as well. Cai fan, I feel a lot of the cai fan meats are actually not that healthy. They are most of the time fried because they are frying is a good way to just preserve the food, you know. In a sense, I don't know, like frying leftover meat. I don't know. Maybe that's how it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult to find affordable and healthy food outside. Like I feel like our food expenditure is gonna go up a lot if I'm not cooking. I was hoping that if possible, I would find recipes that are a lot more easier just for the vegetables, and then so we buy back food, and while Mince is washing up, then I have time to cook us up a very quick vegetable dish just to go with the cooked food. Do 7-Eleven are 7-Eleven bentos considered healthy? Like the ones in Japan? Probably not, right? They're still not considered healthy. They're healthier than some options, but they're not exactly healthy, right? I don't think they give like a good portion of vegetables, and the egg is like cold and processed and shit, and the meat is like meager and measly. I'm just thinking of like, yeah, I don't know. When there's two people who are working, like in the family who are working, then I don't know how feasible it is to have a balanced diet. It sounds really, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. And I like to repeat Senshi's like motto, which is like, you know, have 3 meals a day, get enough exercise, get enough sleep, or something like that. But I realize that me and Mince, we don't get 3 meals. We only eat 2 meals a day. We don't eat breakfast. We don't actually eat breakfast. And the thing is that I have no idea what constitutes as a healthy breakfast. I don't think, I mean, okay, if a healthy breakfast means a bowl of oatmeal, I would rather pass that. I tried having oatmeal every day, every morning for a period of time, and I got so sick of it so fast. Like, it's not even a nice kind of oatmeal. It's really plain. Like, my parents bought like plain oatmeal, and I don't know if they even add sugar into it. I could add sugar into it, but you know, that kind of feels like defeats the purpose a little bit. Then people would say like, I don't know, add honey or something, add berries, and like, not, I don't know. And I'll feel really full after the oatmeals, which maybe is good. Like, at least from what I've seen online on like how to cut down weight and like stuff, is to basically trick your mind into thinking that you've eaten a good meal and you're still digesting and stuff. Basically, brown rice, hard rice, like red rice, that kind of thing. Those rice that are, and other things that are like a little difficult to digest, a little bit more difficult for your tummy to digest. It takes longer, so that gives your mind the impression that yes, you've eaten enough, you're full, and so you will end up eating less. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of believe that, I guess. I guess what didn't really work out for me was that my parents, when they were cooking the rice, they cooked a lot of rice. They cooked a lot. Right now, me and Mince are eating less, like a smaller portion of rice, but it's white rice. And nowadays, I think white rice might be kind of detrimental, because I think white rice does have like its fair amount of sugar in it. And I mean, white rice does taste better. Gosh darn it. I was so happy to like leave my parents' place, because like I was already really sick of like eating brown and red rice. White rice is a lot of carbohydrates. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, these ways. If we ate a third meal and that's breakfast, I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. The thing is that for me and Mince, we would rather clock in more sleep time rather than actually waking up earlier just to eat. Right? Like, that's why we skip the third meal, the first meal of the day. And I think sometimes, like Mince would, at work, she would buy a bread from the local bakery near her office, and she'll eat that. And I think that, like, that counts as the third meal, but it's, I don't know if I would categorize it as a healthy meal, you know, a balanced meal. I don't know what a balanced breakfast is, man. Like, I know what's not. Bacon isn't. Like, a full English breakfast isn't. A bread with peanut butter and jelly is not a healthy breakfast either. Milo is not a healthy breakfast drink, and so I stopped drinking Milo years ago because its sugar content is like really high. And I don't drink coffee as well. Well, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee for a number of reasons. One thing is that like I think it works detrimentally. Like it makes me want to me it's a laxative. Coffee is a laxative for me. And sometimes also coffee can be relaxing for me. I would end up feeling sleepy after drinking coffee. Like it's just really soothing. Like it's too damn soothing. It doesn't wake me up, bro. It's like a comfort drink. I don't get what it means like, oh, coffee's supposed to wake you up. I'm like, what do you mean? I get it from Starbucks and it's like, oh, nice, creamy, rich, foamy, and like, wow, milky, hot milk. Like, wow, yum, 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 yum. Makes me want to fall asleep, man. It's like hot chocolate. I treat it the same way as hot chocolate, basically. Yeah, and so I don't think coffee has really worked for me, and I'm afraid of like ending up like, oh, if I need to stay awake, then I need to drink a lot of coffee, and then I just feel like, oh shit, so I'm gonna have to like buy a lot of coffee for one thing, and I'm gonna be addicted to coffee, another thing. It's I don't know, coffee is kind of scary to me. I look at it like a drug. I don't think I've heard about anyone like any good thing about coffee. It's more like people drink coffee because they have to, and I feel so afraid for that. I don't want to be in a position where I have to drink coffee just as a necessity. Dude, if you ask me which one I'd rather spend on, I'd rather spend on vitamins. And I don't spend on vitamins because they're expensive as shit. Health is expensive. It's already 11:30. Oh my god. There really isn't enough time in a day. There's not enough time for me to finish my work. Not enough time for me to finish this work. Not enough time for this stream. Oh my god. Like normally I would be like, okay, well, reaching 11:30 is going. Well, we're gonna end up at 12 o'clock. That's like, yay. Okay, I'm gonna finish the stream. But now I'm just like, bro, I've only drawn this the entire fucking stream. Just this plant. I haven't even drawn any of the flowers yet. Come on. I'm not even. Dude, this isn't even difficult. It's not even. You guys watched me, right? Was I doing this really slow? What? Was I being very slow in this? Can I speed it up? I don't know. And don't you ever tell me that like, oh, use AI for this. I'm like, bro, the AI would make these leaves go up in the air and stuff. And then I would have to fix it. And that would take time. Yeah, no. Have I been drawing really slow? I'm very conscious. Like I don't know. Like do I draw very slow? Because in the amount of time that I draw this, like people can like finish a character immediately already. Yeah, they're Rakugaki, and I'm here with my Rakuna, nah bitch. I can't Raku for shit. Rack this shit. I don't know. Means how can I draw faster? How do I draw faster? I don't get it. I've been on this and I'm like, it's so simple. I'm like, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? It's been like 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't even know how. I'm trying to not even draw that much detail. Cause like it's gonna be so far away, I'm like, fuck. Save me from this tree. Maybe I can try to kill the details a little bit. Because I'm afraid if like I draw, to me this is what I mean by no detail. I'm not gonna draw this. You like deleted a layer earlier, didn't you? If I did, I think, oh no, I think I merged the layer. I don't think I deleted a layer. Yeah, if I draw like really simply and like in a minute, it's literally this. It's a 2-year-old doodle of a tree, and I'm not gonna do that. Ah. Okay. I have to turn off my mind a little bit. No. Wait, yeah, no, yeah. Ah. I mean, I guess that's I could reduce the number of leaves, I suppose.
If you want.
No, I don't think that's really the issue. Okay, I'm just winging it now. We need to get away from this tree. The last time I was like drawing, I would take so long just to draw a certain plant. There are brushes for trees and stuff, but the thing is that I feel that it's a lot messier, and sometimes those things come in very detailed, like like this, for example. Sorry. Like, it's possible, but it's not really the style that I want. And sometimes it just comes out like it has too much detail. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do this lot. Okay, I need to give a lot less fucks. Sorry for language, but I need to give a lot less fucks to this. We need to escape the tree, bros. Gosh darn tree. Yeah, oh yeah, my streams are, so my streams are gonna be shorter and they're gonna start a little later nowadays, I think. Like this was already me coming from work from home, but if I have to start a stream after coming from office, it might be even later. Because by the time I reach home, it's gonna be like 8 o'clock, for example. And then I have to prepare stream, I have to bathe and all that, I have to eat dinner. And yeah, that's gonna take some time. I feel like 10 o'clock is gonna be my new time slot. Such a oblong looking tree. Knuckle cracks. Looks like it needs a little bit more volume here, actually. Yeah, I need to think of just a lot more of a Rakugaki sense of like being extremely rough with very minute details here and there, but still keeping it such that like it doesn't look like a freaking child's doodle. I think that should be enough, right? Let me erase this. All right. Whatever. Let's get over it. I'm just gonna mush everything together. Alright. Move on, let's move on. I wanna draw this plan. Oh right. Actually, okay. I was saying that I'm gonna have to push back the streams to start later and end off earlier. But at the same time, I think I need to go back and discuss with my team and see if they're okay with changing the time, the work time, basically. So we could change the work time where I will be released from work earlier, so I'll be able to come back home at 7. I still wouldn't have time to cook. No freaking way. But yeah, the downsides is that like we have to wake up earlier. We have to deal with a different set of traffic crowd. So I'm not too sure about that. I might actually go to work earlier today because I do want to do more work, and at the same time, maybe I can actually catch an earlier bus and see, just have a feel of how the traffic's like, you know. My only worry is because the bus that I have to take from where we live it's not a very frequent bus, I would say. And what sucks is that sometimes they still have single-decker buses that come, and it's a bus that a lot of people want to take because basically it's an express bus, and it will drop you off at near one of the stations that is really good. Yeah, so yesterday morning it wasn't that early. It was quite late or in the morning already, at least from what I thought. And there was already quite a bunch of people. I managed to get on the bus, thankfully, because I was the one standing in the sun, so I was kind of in one of the first few to board the bus. The other people were like standing huddled under the shade, but I was like, screw this. I got a hat. Yeah. Protect me from the sun. And I have my little fan as well. Yippee. Yeah. So I have to check out what the crowd is like. I'm probably the second furthest. I'm the second furthest person who lives away from the office. I don't know if I worded that correctly, but there's one other colleague of mine who lives further than I do, and like that sounds like a pain for him to get to work, but he manages, you know. I need to see how the traffic is like, and because the team is up for it. They also know that, like, oh yeah, leaving for work earlier and leaving earlier is going to be a different crowd, but at the same time it's a lot easier to align with people, like, say, friends who end off their work, who want to meet outside for dinner at 7 o'clock, and we like leave work at like 7. So it's a conundrum. Like, we can't really do anything at that time. It doesn't align with anyone's. I would try to, I don't know, like, waking up later and going to work later does have its benefits. It has quite a bunch of benefits, but being able to clock off from work earlier might be better. Like, I actually feel less, you know what, like, less inclined to OT because because it's already so damn late. Back then at my previous workplace, we we will end work at 6:30, and if I OT, it'll be like what 30 minutes, and then it'll be hit 7, and I'm like, okay, time to go. But now if it's like end off at 7 and I OT, and it's gonna be 7:30, and like now I live further away from home compared to my previous workplace, I'm gonna reach home really damn late. Yeah. So I guess, like if the traffic is more crowded, then that just means I just have to wake up earlier. You know, it's something that can't be helped. I need to wake up earlier so that I can adjust for whenever I need to make time for, like, oh, I missed the bus because it was full, that kind of thing. It's really different now, like going back into office, having a place, having to set up Adobe and all that shit again. Oh my god. And my expectations on it, struggles of working life. Yeah. I'm gonna miss work from home because it really has, like, I still have work from home days, like 2 work from home days, but I'm gonna wait until I just have to keep working at it, and like in the end I'm gonna get used to the workflow and like how things are expected, and then it'll be easier for me. Right now it's kind of weird because I'm starting out and my second day of work is already work from home, so I don't really get to interact that much with my colleagues anyway, which sucks because I do want to get to know them better. Yeah. Okay. I don't really have much else to talk about work. Boop. I have no idea what's going on here. When I sketch this out, I have no idea what's going on. Oh. But we made a plant here, yeah, boy. Do I need to draw it? You know what? I may as well draw them in. The little leaf stem. What was this again? A leaf? A leaf. Is this a leaf? It's a leaf. That's a leaf. This is the underside of a leaf. Oh. The plant image disappeared from mine. Oh no. Yeah, the plant image is gone. I sketched it on. It's just what is this? I was gonna say that I forgot to like put episodes of like a show that I'm watching onto my phone because, well, actually no, I do need to play my mobile game, so maybe I don't really need it now, at least. I can always download the episodes and watch them and nah, another day. Do I want to stream on Thursday? Well, I mean, if I stream on Thursday, it's just gonna be drawing again. So it's nothing different. I'm not gonna be playing Monster Hunter. Thursday. I guess. Oh yeah, reminder that this weekend, because we're gonna be going to a con, we are not gonna be streaming Ace Attorney this weekend. So too bad. But it's okay. We ended off on no, we do have the first. We have the first court trial for the last case of that game. Yep, that's what's coming up. The investigations were pretty good already for the first day, and the stakes are extremely high. But you're gonna have to look forward to that next weekend. Well, no, next weekend. No, I mean one at that. After this weekend, like skip one weekend. That's what I meant to say. Nice. Gonna see you and Mince there. Yeah, we're gonna see you there too, K. Dojima. Right now it's just kind of we don't know how we're gonna carry all the stuff. It feels like the stuff that Mince brings is gonna like getting heavier and heavier. Last time was the books, now it's actual cups. So like it's heavy plus they're fragile. And oh yeah, if you guys want to see what Mince has, I have pinned on chat Mince Dojima 2024 catalog. So you can check her catalog out. See what you want to buy, what you're expecting to see at Dojima 2024 in Singapore. Oh, it's already 12:55. I'm just gonna continue drawing whatever's down here. I feel like what I drew down here was literally just more leaves. The jungle is fun to draw in a sense where it's like crazy disorganized plants just growing everywhere. A forest? Forests feel... I guess it depends what forest. When I was thinking of a forest, I was thinking of like a pine forest where like everything was very repetitive and like copy paste everything. Everything's just repetitive and organized or something like that. That's how I imagine a forest to be like. Although that might not be how some people envision a forest. We should think of more like North American forests or something like that. Nah. I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't pay so much attention to all these plants because they're gonna all be one big blur anyway. One big blurb. Leonie, please. Hide your tail. Or hide yourself. I think I just wanted to plant some ferns here along the side. That's it. I'm doing gardening now. Move my better roll. Catch you guys this weekend. See you, Kay. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you as always. I hope you... I might have seen a comment. I may have saw you chat late. I'm sorry. Goodbye, Kay. Actually, I'll probably end the stream anyway. Oh no, where is she? There she is. So... Yeah, I need a lot of time to draw this. I've drawn... It feels like I'm not even at 50% because I haven't done rendering yet. I haven't done the flats for the environment yet. Furniture, all that. This is why I don't draw backgrounds that well. I usually just draw the characters very well. Yeah. I really shot myself in the foot with this. I really hope I can finish this in time. But okay. The next stream might be on Thursday. I'll probably set it at 10 PM as well. Just so I wouldn't have to die rushing back home from work. I'll probably just stream more drawing of this. I do need to get this done. The next part would be... I mean... I'll basically keep drawing the jungle. Drawing more ferns. Like tomorrow I'll be working on this, so I'll be drawing more ferns, and like maybe on Thursday we can draw maybe more of the flowers. Put this flower here and there. And I don't think I've drawn... I haven't drawn this little guy yet. It's our mascot plushie. Whoa. Plushie? Did she actually make it into a plushie? I'm not sure. I don't know if she managed to make it into a plushie. But yeah, once again, this is Monaco 55's OC character. It's not my character. My character, I'm Michiodai. And I'm signing off. See you on Thursday for a 10 PM stream of continuing to draw this fan art. It might not be very exciting fan art like to watch, but thank you for coming anyway. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, please consider giving me a follow on Twitch. You can find my archives on my YouTube on Michiodai. And you can also find me on Twitter and Blue Sky. And I actually totally forgot about Blue Sky. I haven't been updating Blue Sky at all. Oh boy. So follow me on Twitter instead. That's the social media I'm using. Alright guys. Have a good night. It's 12 midnight. So it's good morning, I guess. Good morning or good night. Have a good rest, guys. And see y'all later. Goodbye.